15 ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome back to TSR's Perked-Up Roses and Roseford. And now that we reached the end of the week, Friday, this triple threat of Friends, The Bachelor, and Pretty Little Liars, Perked-Up Roses and Roseford, has tickled its final corner, pink, with the September 24, 2018 edition of People magazine. This, like the other two magazines, Us and Entertainment Weekly, were purchased for 99 cents from Unique Thrift Store. However, this time, it was purchased for 25% off. And yes, we got Princess, if you can still call her that, Meghan Markle, Grace Under Pressure, the life and loves of the recently departed Burt Reynolds. What's next for Serena Williams following her tennis controversy, calling out a referee on the court, and then getting booed during the medal ceremony, blah 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 blah. However, it's what's inside that really counts. And although I don't cover New York Fashion Week a lot, if at all, I'll do so now, if only to highlight Padma Lakshmi back in her modeling roots, alongside mother-daughter models Christy Brinkley and Sayla Brinkley-Cook. Yes, Padma Lakshmi, unsurprisingly, was a model before she became a chef. Ah, man, as if she couldn't get any hotter. Next, Jillian Harris getting ready for baby number 2. A daughter to pair alongside her and her fiancé's son, Leo. And we all know that the Bachelorette won't be on this summer. Instead, they'll be focusing their attention on Bachelor in Paradise. But who knows? Maybe one of those suitors on the island will be headlining next year's season. After all, ABC can't abandon the Bachelorette forever, right? Even though there's a lot of internal flack going around. Next up, Shannen Doherty's TV comeback, returning to TV after cancer. Obviously, this wasn't a long-form return to television, sadly. About a year or so ago, we lost Shannen Doherty, and the pain is still palpable. But here she is in Lifetime's remake of No One Would Tell. She's playing the mother of a girl in an abusive relationship who goes missing. She says that abuse on any level, whether it's physical, sexual, emotional, verbal, is being called out in a very admirable and telling manner. We usually have a stigma towards Lifetime movies, but I'll give credence to one if it has a good message delivered in a very timely, powerful way, and if it's got Shannen Doherty, you know I'm game. Plus, she dishes on her honest feelings about the Charmed reboot. She's very excited to watch the new upstarts take over Hollowell Manor, well, in a manner of their own. Now, on to passages. In wedding news, I'm talking about Mona Janel Parrish, native Hawaiian, and chemical engineer Chris Lawn tying the knot in Janel's homeland September 8th. At last, somebody detained that wild heart of Mona's. And I think Janel's, even though, by all accounts, she seems like such a sweetheart. And down below, Aria, aka Lucy Hale, talking about how she raises money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in her native Memphis. If you have any time or space in your pocketbook to donate to the Venerable Children's Research Hospital, I hope you do, because they help find cures for critically ill children battling childhood cancer. And no family who has their children being treated at St. Jude pays for anything. Lucy says so herself. It's an amazing place with an honorable mission, and I hope you'll take the time and the effort and the change to support it. By the way, her sole life sentence was about a character named Stella who had cancer and then discovered she didn't really have it at all, and now has to deal with the ramifications of it. It's not really exactly a children's show, but anyone who watched Life Sentence and had the same plight as Stella's could certainly resonate and could certainly relate. Let's move on to Merritt Patterson, the one to watch in the sequel to the film Unbroken, about Louis Zamperini. Here she's played Cynthia Applewhite, the wife of Olympic runner and war hero Zamperini, who's played by Samuel Hunt. If you don't know Mary Patterson, you might have heard of her on Kyle XY, or The Royals, or the first PLL spinoff, Ravenswood. Hey, we gotta highlight PLL from every angle. Ravenswood, the perfectionist, the PLL will call them beer dads, for my purposes. Any and all angles PLL related, we will highlight. This is Judy Greer, who made a living as the straight-talking yet stocky sidekick to a good many leading ladies in her career. Yes, she has some leading lady appeal, and she talks about that in the second of 2 pages. Paired alongside anyone by the name of Jennifer, she can definitely shine, such as Jennifer Garner, 13 going on 30, Jennifer Lopez, the wedding planner, or my favorite Jennifer of all, Jennifer Aniston in Love Happens. She is so pretty in person and such a hard worker. And yes, Jennifer Aniston obviously goes far beyond Rachel. Last one up, a second look. See if you can find the differences in these 2 pictures, but before I give you 10 seconds to look at the 10 differences, let me round up who's in this photo. It's a mini reunion, if you will, of the cast and crew of Now and Then. Rumor Willis, Zora Birch, director Leslie Lincoln Glatter, and Demi Moore, who's enjoyed the comeback to almost end them all. If she won the Oscar for The Substance, it definitely would have ended them all. And the writer of Now and Then and co-writer of National Lampoon's Senior Trip and Just My Luck, Marlene Kane, or I Marlene Kane to be technical with you. Yet her greatest contribution to the arts is on the small screen. Without her, there would be no Pretty Little Liars. And she's never been highlighted in a Perked-Up Roses and Rosewood before. Heck, she's never been highlighted in the baseline Roses and Rosewood series that I did before I added Friends into the mix. Now it's time. Anyway, they all got together at a screening of 1995's Now and Then from New Line Cinema in this diner-themed photo booth with ice cream floats, similar to those that the younger counterparts enjoyed in the movie. Anyway, there are 2 versions of this photo and 10 differences to spot. I'll give you 10 seconds to spot them all. "10 seconds, and if you're still stumped, just turn this magazine around and you'll find all the answers on the top, really on the bottom, but who's keeping track?" By the way, from top to bottom, there are a few one-page advertisements for new and returning shows in the fall TV lineup. So all in all, a play fit. 5 out of 5 clap rating. Another graceful issue of People magazine in the books. Folks, we're heading into the weekend. Enjoy it, and above all, don't forget to stop and smell the roses and the coffee. And please do so rather expeditiously. I want you back here in one piece tomorrow night for our Small Wallet Saturday night. Until then, take care. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.